Serbia. So today I'm gonna talk about Serbia. I think one of my viewers suggested this video, and today I'm gonna make it. Now everybody knows already how we're gonna look at this. I add a bit of the economy just to see some differences, and also how actually well they're doing. But let's start with the population. 6.7 million. You can see here they already have a mountain, so they already peak. I would say the mountain, it's going down now, and the growth rate percentage per year you're gonna see also go down with a few spikes, but that doesn't mean much for them. Now in 1955, 6.3 million. Now 2025, 6.6. So they'll have some growth at some point. Like I say, already let's say across the peak, and now we're going down. So not that much difference from 1955 to today. We're gonna see even back then they have like 67,000 people net increase. Now they have minus 47,000 people. Then they have a migration on plus. Now it's on minus. Back then the median age was 25, 26 years old. Now it's 44, 45. So we're gonna see, I would say almost, not exactly, but almost double the age. And the fertility rate back then was 2.4, so it was sustainable. Now at 1.5, clearly under replacement. Urban population back then 28%, now 74%, so it's gonna see a huge increase in that. But let's look at the future really quickly. Let's say 2050, 5.5. okay, so obviously the trend is gonna stay the same. It's gonna go down in population, and also the migrants we don't have exactly for 2050, but for 2045 you're gonna see they still are on the minus. Now median age, they are increasing, but not a huge number. Like I said, we're gonna go around 48, they say. My prediction would be probably the population is gonna be definitely under 5 million, and the median age over 50, and also fertility rate probably is gonna be around 1.2, around that, because I don't see how well this country can do even in this economy. We're gonna see the economy, they're doing decent there, but still it's not enough for them. So we're gonna see now the life expectancy, which is not that bad, I would say, for both sexes. Is 77 years old, female 80, male 73, 74, so pretty close, I would say. But for a country like that, from the ex-Yugoslavia, I would say it's pretty decent. Infant mortality at 4 and death under age of 5, 4.7. I would say decent. Usually you have to have under 3 to have a good country, a good health system. Clearly they have some problem, and especially for such a small population, I would say. You can see even here, Serbia is not a huge country, but they have some difficulties with their neighbors. It could be much better than that, but it is what it is. Belgrade is the biggest city with 1.2 million people, so they have a city with more than 1 million people, so that's good, I would say, and that shows that why they have that 73%, 74% population. And by 2050, 92%, probably is gonna be even more than that. It's gonna be like 95. So pretty much you're gonna see most of the country, they're gonna live in an urban area, even if it's a big city like Belgrade or some of them small one, or even I think if a town's gonna count as an urban area if they have all the amenities that they need. So you can keep that in mind. Probably the countryside is gonna be like some random houses on the road with access only to electric power and TV and I don't know, internet, stuff like that. Probably that is gonna be in a future content, exactly like a countryside. We don't have the water from the supplier, and also other stuff. Now, demographic, you can see a pyramid here is pretty much all over the place. It's about to tilt on one side, so I would say doesn't look good for them, but I guess it is what it is. It's one of those European countries when they have to go down in population. You're gonna see Europe always happen. It's gonna go down wherever you go. The economy, I wanna really quickly gonna see here some growth. Again, I know the GDP is not the perfect one, but just give you some idea. 2.5 in 2023, 3.9 in 2024, and for the 2025 they expect to land around 4.1. So you're gonna see increase over the years, which is good. But the GDP nominal in 2025 they expect to be around $88 billion US dollars, which is again extremely low. But for a small country like this, I don't know what to say. And PPP, I think the purchasing power party is gonna be around 203 billion. So again, not that huge. But look at this, the ranking on the world population, world countries, entire world is 79, and also 79 of both sides, even from PPP and also from the nominal. So if you are in the, let's say, in the first 100, you should be at least decent. If you are in first 50, you should be a bit better, and ideally you want to be in top 20, I would say, if not even top 10, but that's a different discussion. So yeah, in the population, economy, they have a lot to catch up, but they seem to look at least decent, I would say. Now from the Serbia, I'm gonna look at the map probably in the next video, because I want to make a separate one, because if I go that quickly in this one, you're not gonna understand that much about them. But we're gonna look just really quickly here kind of how they look. They, I would say, doesn't look like a I would say a East European country, but also in the same time it kind of feels like one of those. So not a huge differences between them, but we're gonna see in the detail later in the next video. But yeah, keep in touch, stay close to that one. Yeah, you can see here Serbia have some problem with Kosovo. They have that problems, like I say, and even in the 90s they have that war. So not I would say an ideal country for the future. And everybody knows anything that's happened in Balkans is pretty much done. If you live in one of those areas, they say they should leave as fast as possible. So we're gonna see how that's gonna be in the future. Now let's look in the past a bit. Let's see how they develop from the entire history, let's say. And we're gonna look at this, and we're gonna go up and up and see. We're gonna see the first time Serbia actually appears on the map in a way, in a shape or another. You're gonna see. I don't think they have. So the Roman Empire, they used to include the Serbia today. We're gonna see in the future how well they did it. So Principate of Serbia in 1750. So we're gonna see early in the age, I would say. It's not that early, not that late. So they have a decent, let's say, run. They've been part of the Ottoman Empire for quite a while, but then they have the independence, obviously, and then look at this, from the Socialist Federal Republic of Yugoslavia, which they kind of keep for a while, and then look at this. Then they split in multiple countries. So yeah, and when you Google Serbia, you're gonna see they have that protest right now with that corruption scandal. I think some roof collapsed on some people, and they die. So now they pretty much, okay, they have protests. Let's see how that is gonna end, because even Serbia is not one of those clean, let's say, country. They have corruption like anybody else, but we're gonna see how actually they're gonna do it. Yeah, when you look Serbia on the picture, it looks pretty nice. Like I say, it's not a huge country, so probably if you go there, if it's, look at this, it's nice to visit it in let's say in a week. Pretty much you're gonna see whatever you need, whatever you wanna see. Doesn't look bad if you look at, but again, I'm not sure how many people are gonna choose to do the vacation in Serbia. Probably, I would say, I have some rumors that in Montenegro it's better. I don't know exactly. I never was there, but I thought it's better. Montenegro and also Croatia. So it's gonna be a tough sell to just go in Serbia when you have those two countries, even Albania. When they pretty much they say it's whatever you find in Serbia plus other things. So yeah, that would be a tough sell. But yeah, overall I would say not bad, but keep in mind they have a declining population like rest of the Europe, and the economy is not amazing, so you're gonna have some trouble, I would say, if you live there in that area. Probably, again, it's one of those countries, like I say, by the end of the century it's not gonna be that well populated, and also they're not gonna produce that much let's say talent or invention that are gonna change the world. So yeah, when you say that and you back it up, like I said, with the population going down, it doesn't look good for the Serbia. But I am curious exactly how they actually live, so I'm gonna check in the next video how actually the Serbian lives in their country and how it looks there, because like I said, when you have a declining population, that sparks a lot of problem, especially when the government is used to it, to just tax the people and then just move the money around. And then we have the lower population, that is kind of became much more difficult, and they always spark some problem. Since that corruption scandal, you can see they just use the money to build something extremely poor, and then And when something goes bad, then nobody's fault and stuff like that, you know. So we're gonna see how actually they live and how it's gonna be there to even to visit the country.